seems like every time I go online now, somebody is talking about the eggs. More specifically, Melanie Martinez's eggs, and even more specifically, Melanie Martinez's eggs that are causing a stink on the internet right now. And boy, does it smell like rotted eggs. Get it? Because stink and eggs. I'm funny sometimes. Now, there has been a lot of drama in the Portals era so far, and the most recent scandal are these eggs. Now, these eggs are actually candles, and they are hand painted, and they are 4 ounces. Does anybody want to guess how much these eggs are? If you guess $75, you are correct, and that is before taxes and fees. After all of that, you're paying more like $100, and if you want to buy the entire set, you have to dish out over $1,000. And a lot of people just thought that it just wasn't worth it. Now, this entire candle set are based off of songs off the Portal album. Each one has their own scent and color, and each one comes with this little trinket box that you could use for something other than the candle. But a lot of people decided that it's just not worth the price, and you can get much bigger candles for much cheaper. See, these candles are only 4 ounces, which when you hold it, it's kind of just like a handful. They're not that big. You can fit it in your hand. And I did some Googling, and 4-ounce candles only last about 20 hours, which means you could spend over $1,000 for this set, and the candles won't even last a day. Now, I'm sure a lot of people will buy these candles as just a collector's item, and I doubt that many people will actually be using the candles, but a lot of people are upset at the principle, and this is not the first time that Melanie Martinez has had some questionable prices with even more questionable quality. There's been plenty of talk about the K-12 dress, which was priced at $300 and is literally falling apart. There was also the Portals perfume that was $275 that included small little vials made out of plastic and a plastic statue that came with wonky eyes sometimes and just overall looked cheap. And who could forget the $400 AI meet and greet that looks like it was made and cap cut in 5 minutes. Now, the VIP package also included some merch that some people reported that they did not even receive. So these eggs are not the first offense. It seems like there's a pattern of overpriced merchandise where the quality does not match the price tag. Which a lot of people are saying, well, it's a luxury item. If you just don't have the money, don't pay for it. But is it really a luxury item? I mean, she's using plastic, and dresses are falling apart, and the meet and greet was something you could do for free on the Eras tour. So, like, is it that big of a luxury? I do believe that if Melanie wants to put this price tag on things, she will have to up the quality. Now, I know a lot of people are saying if she ups the quality, she'll have to up the price. Dude, plastic cannot be that expensive. That's all I'm gonna say. I think we have to stop acting as if Melanie Martinez does not have a say in her prices. Melanie wants us to believe that they're just a simple girl with her notebook with this big dream. In reality, that's just not true. She works with a team. It's not just her. And she absolutely does have a say in these sort of decisions. Now, Melanie has come out and tried to defend herself over these prices, saying that she goes into massive debt trying to create music videos and go on tour, saying that she won't do brand deals that don't align with her ideals. Her fans seem to have accepted that wholeheartedly, and personally, I just don't believe it. First of all, artists try to downplay how much they make all the time. A lot of celebrities try to pull that "I'm just like you, I'm not rich," when in reality they are. Second of all, it's not like Melanie Martinez is a struggling musician. She's not a small artist anymore. In fact, I would say she's doing pretty well right now, especially since she's getting $1,000 a pop for these candle sets. So while you can say, well, just don't buy these products if they're overpriced, a lot of people take issue with the principle, not the price itself, and have an issue with how Melanie is presenting this issue. I think it's just in bad taste to kind of be like, well, I'm struggling and I'm in debt. Please give me $1,000 for these candles and for my AI meet and greet, which you may or may not get the merch for. I think a lot of people take issue in what appears to be manipulation and taking advantage of fans who just want to support. Speaking of which, there's also this view on things.
It's because we want to support her too. We want to go to her shows, we want to buy her merch, but we can't. We can't. Not everyone is willing to spend or can spend $850 on candles. They're cool candles. I wish I could buy them.
Yes, of course, merchandise is a luxury item, and you certainly do not need merch to live. But certainly there's people out there who want to think that they're supporting their artists, or also just want to be involved and feel like they are a part of the fandom and have a piece of an artist that they like so much. Melanie does have cheaper variants of her merch, and she did sell the perfumes separately, but still, as I said before, I think a lot of people take issue in just that principle of trying to present herself as this small, struggling artist, yet trying to sell cheaply made merch with a ridiculous price tag. To be fair, this is not a good look, and I say this as a fan. And if your current aesthetic is not something you can afford, change it. If money is this big of an issue, change how you do things. There are ways to manage money. It's not like you have to go into massive debt, although I doubt it's that big of a deal. A lot of the criticism I see seems like it's coming out of a good place. And the reaction that I see from fans, they want to interpret it as hate, and I don't think it's hate. I think it's valid criticism. And this is where I want to get on my soapbox a little and talk about the difference between criticism and hate. You can criticize something and absolutely be a fan, which is what I'm doing now. As I've said before, I do enjoy Melanie Martinez's music, but I am able to call out a suspicious thing when I see it. Speaking as a fan, there's no way that I can justify these prices with its questionable quality. It seems like recently we've set up this idea that if you're a fan of something, you have to wholeheartedly agree and support everything they do, which I think is a dangerous route to take. You can criticize your favorites and them still be your favorites. And other people are allowed to criticize your favorites. If someone is in the spotlight and in mainstream, people are absolutely allowed to criticize and share their thoughts on what your favorite is doing. Melanie is not saved from criticism, and honestly, I think we should be talking about this sort of thing. It seems like fans want to blindly believe everything they say, but I think there is an important conversation to have here. If Melanie is truly in debt, I think there does need to be some changes, because selling your merchandise at that high of a price, with that low of quality and fans feeling like they're unsatisfied, and then using the excuse, well, I'm in debt and I'm broke and I don't make millions, just seems like manipulation. It just does not sit well with me. It just seems like she's taking advantage of the fact that her fans will blindly believe everything she wants, and she can have lower quality products at a higher price. Y'all are letting her get away with it. At the end of the day, I don't think that this is something that we should cancel Melanie for, and certainly I'm not going to stop being a fan because of it, but I do think it is an important conversation to have. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you in the next one.